And our third submitted listener story comes from Kevin, and it's called Bennington.
What's up, guys? Was listening to this podcast and thought I would share my story I've never told anyone.
Ooh.
Thank you, Kevin. I know this story sounds utterly ridiculous, but I swear this is nothing but the truth, and I would die defending this story's credibility. Intense. Everything in this story happened, and I still suffer today, and can't be in rooms by myself, or especially in the dark. When I was in high school, about 15, I would wake up constantly in the night from a scream that sounded like a woman's, coming from outside our house. It sounded like it was right outside my window. I live on the second floor of a 2-story house. It then progressed. All of this happened for years, but one night I woke up from the scream as usual, but I was sleeping with my hands hanging over the side of the bed. I sleep on a bunk bed, top level. I felt someone kind of like tapping and playing with my fingers and hand. I woke up and immediately told my younger brother who sleeps below me to knock it off. I then remembered he was on a Cub Scout camping trip for a week. I quickly pulled my hand up and didn't sleep much that night. I recently replaced my bunk bed with 2 twin beds, one for me and one for my brother. A couple of nights ago, I woke up and saw my brother sitting on the edge of his bed looking at me. He asked me, "Are you tired, Kevin?" I said, yes. A little irritated because he scared me a bit, waking up and seeing someone sitting so close looking down at you. He had a book in his lap, and when I looked at his fingers, he was tapping them against the book. But they were long, skinny, dark brown fingers with long fingernails. I frankly asked him, "What the hell is wrong with your hand?" He looked at me and he said, "You'll see." This was creepy as hell, but we have a bathroom right in front of my bedroom, and he got up and walked into the pitch darkness that surrounded that room, as it had no windows. It was just complete darkness at night. He walks in and it's quiet. I'm freaking the hell out because I'm still confused but fully awake and able to move as I tested this out to make sure I wasn't in sleep paralysis. I stood up to double check my consciousness. I looked into the bathroom, and out of the pitch black I see 2 white small dots high up, near the ceiling, about the size of marbles. They look like eyes, and had to be at least 8 feet off the ground since our ceilings are 9. I then saw a dark shadow figure come out from the shadows and stare down at me. I couldn't even close my eyes, I was so scared. It was standing about 5 feet from me. I'm 6'3", and have never felt smaller in my life. It looked down at me and asked, "Still tired?" in a deep, scratchy voice. I just stared. It looked over and said, "You better protect him," and with a long, dark brown finger, pointed to my brother, still sleeping in the same bed the thing had been on. Bennington says, "Go back to sleep now." I don't know anyone with a weird-ass name like Bennington, so I think this was the thing's name. We learned later to never say paranormal beings' names, as it can make them stronger and appear.
Oh, man.
Sorry if I Slendy Man or Elizabeth, you guys. By the way, I forgot what story was called, the Elizabeth one, but that was my favorite one. Reminds me of this story. The creature then walked past me and out the door, and I never saw it again. But occasionally, I do wake up from screams outside, or from a feeling of fingers brushing up my cheek.
That's really too much. I don't like... You Slendy meet us!
You Slendy meet us!
No one else Slendy meet us.
As long as they don't Robert the Doll us.
They're gonna... It's gonna... I don't even want to say it, but it's coming for us now with its long... I just kept thinking it was sticking its fingers in its butt. That's why they're brown. I was like, ew, don't touch me with your butt fingers.
That's why I went to the bathroom to go wash it.
Thank you for your story, Kevin. It was really, really freaking scary, and I don't know how we're going to deal with that.
Well.
We already said his name. He's already coming with his poop ant.
I'm scared.